is a Ryzolt if they can somehow keep him from getting CC'd.
They can all stand in one place and not die.
Yeah, they can stand there
against
and not die.
Jarvan Orianna. Definitely not what you want there.
Yeah, honestly, I think if Karma and Jarvan just like bum rush the enemy team together with Orianna Ball, with Cho'Gath like following them up to block off any access to Orianna and Caitlyn, like that engage right there sounds like it would be pretty hard to counter. Your only choice is disengaging, and as you just mentioned, they don't have that good disengage.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's just kind of like you know what I mean. It's just if they can just if they're going head to head in mid lane, and I think if Rift Turtles take sort of that formation, that it'll be really hard for the Thunder Buddies to do much against that.
Yeah. Additionally, however, I think Thunder Buddies, however, do have the superior potential for split pushing. If the Echo opts to go for a little bit more damage in his build than he did last game. It doesn't really split push super well if he doesn't do any damage to towers, but
I will wait for us to sorry, get caught up here. Then we'll shift him around and get going.
There is one really nice interaction between abilities that the Rise, if you just root someone with Rise and then you drop Soraka's Equinox under them, they can't leave the Equinox until after, because they're silenced and they're rooted. Then you put the silence on them and they can't leave it, and then they're silenced, they can't flash out, they're rooted again, and then they probably die.
Good synergy.
Same way with the taunt from Rammus. Those are both targeted CC abilities that you can just combo with the Equinox.
Yeah, I mean the biggest difference between a good Soraka and a bad Soraka is how well they use that AoE silence, because it can be incredibly impactful. Its range and instant cast, you can use it to deny and interrupt quite a bit in this
the
game.
Dark Dead might be caught a little bit here. They drop wards.
He's gonna try to run
for the Rupture. He's gonna flash for the Rupture, forces the flash out from the Dark Dud as well. So flash for flash. The Dark Dead will be a juicy target for legit in the bottom lane.
Like I mentioned, deranged though on the Rammus, it can have some pretty good ganks earlier in the game now, ever since his mini rework, and with Double Dose flash down and him being a pretty squishy target in the early game, the ranged might go for some kills, and he and Sutenri might just be able to secure him.
One other thing that makes a good Soraka is how much you're willing to let your AD carry take in the in bottom lane trades. Just you can kind of just sort of keep them at a low amount of HP as long as they don't die, and it's more effective.
Yeah.
The heals become more they're stronger when the target is at lower percentage HP. Additionally,
wait, hold on. Double Doe is gonna go try to contest
up onto Sutanri
the red buff. It doesn't look like he wants to take this fight. I think maybe he could have gotten in there. Yeah, maybe not.
Alright, so both junglers steal away their opponent's red buffs.
Okay, Jarvan is already coming bot lane.
Kamina's out of position near his flag and drag, forces the flash. Good gank from legit, but Thunder Buddy's bottom lane not respecting that from the jungler. They knew he was on their red buff. They should have not done that.
Well, Kamina and Soraka, no flashes. Legit's gonna go, looks like he's gonna go counter jungle. Hit the Raptors and the Krugs, maybe just the Raptors.
No, just the Krugs,
he's just coming back.
Yeah,
he's coming back.
Kamina has no flash and he has no relentless pursuit. He's only level 1. He's taking a lot of damage. He's knocked up, and it's first blood for Brimstone.
Wow, legit just keeps coming for the return ganks, and it pays off. He help his team secure a really early first blood.
No matter who it was, neither of the bottom lane from the Thunder Buddies had their flash.
Yeah, and after the early gank, they both seemed to be like, all right, he's not coming back. They both scooted pretty far up into that lane, and he's like, well, neither of you flashed. It looked like the Dark Dud kind of saw it coming. He was retreating earlier, but Kamina was slow to respond, and he gets taken out for it.
Yep. Legit will be a little bit behind in terms of jungle clear, but deranged, or Double Doe rather, doing a good job keeping deranged at bay in terms of his jungle pathing. So legit will be able to catch up a little bit. But anyway, Dark Dud One of the things you also want to do on Soraka is not just mindlessly heal your AD carry. You want to. The best thing to do is to heal your AD carry immediately after you've hit a star call, because that transfers the health regen from the star call onto your AD carry, as well as giving you that base heal. And that gives you quite a bit of extra healing.
No, yeah. You're definitely right.
But,
ooh, headshot on
look at that large amount of damage that's going down onto Kamina and the Dark Dud from the Rift Turtle's bottom lane.
Still level 1, 4 minutes into the game.
And you can tell how much pressure the Rift Turtles are exerting on this bottom lane by looking at the tripled CS numbers in the bottom lane. Oh, legit finds their range. They're both level 3. Neither of them have their red buff anymore. The Frenzying Taunt not available. Double Do jumped on by Sutanri with Sutanri out of mana.
Depending on how well Kamina can CS under the tower here, will make the difference in whether he can start to close this lead. Or close this gap, I mean. I mean, 10 CS ahead and 1 kill ahead, and definitely looks like they have an experience lead so far. So, looking good for the Rift Turtles bot lane right now. Rammus is near bot side. They have a ward in the tri-bush, though I don't know for how much longer. Double Dose Flash is going to be up soon, so any gank opportunity because of that early flash might go by without double or deranged showing up.
Here it comes, deranged. He's gonna find Brimstone. The Star Call gonna slow him up. The silence goes down. He's taunted up by the Frenzying Taunt. Summoner heal comes out. Brimstone flashes his way out. 90 caliber net will slow deranged a little bit more than he already is.
Yeah, Kamina and Dark Dud got his flashback, but that wasn't gonna do much in the way of securing a kill. Kamina doesn't have his flash up, so the flash away is going to secure their escape. No kills yet.
Yeah, deranged is still sitting around in this bottom lane rush. Brimstone, waiting for Brimstone to come a little bit closer. Oh, Powerball's up. He flashes for it. Brimstone has no flash. He's taunted up, but the Flagon Drag comes in. Brimstone will fall. The Equinox will root up legit in place. Legit not taking a whole lot of damage. And Deranged is, however, Piltover Peacemaker comes across, just chunks him legit. Throws the Dragon's Lance through him.
So he's probably, yeah, it looks like he's maxing his Q. What did Jarvan jungle usually max? Do they
Q.
They max
you
the
do
Q?
Max the Q.
Okay, I wasn't that sure if it was the attack speed.
You take the Demacian Standard at level 1 for the attack speed, but then you max your Q for more burst damage and AoE. Double taking a lot of damage.
Remember the days when Echo's passive slowed you?
Yes, we don't miss those days. It doesn't make sense that it gives you a move speed boost and it slows the person you're targeting. That's just a little bit over the top. Good trading back from Double Do. And of course, with that, I don't know what the passive of Cho'Gath is called, but it gives you health and mana back every time you CS, every time you kill a unit.
Is it called?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Huh.
I'm curious to see what legit will build on this Jarvan. Again, if you haven't heard me rant about Jarvan before, I'm a big fan. Oh wait, Brimstone is rotated up to the top lane. Sutanri has to flash away from the Rupture. Double Do needs to be very careful. The Chrono Break is right on top of him, but Sutanri out of mana.
Double Do, had he been level 6, might have wanted to, you know, flash eat for that or something, but not level 6 yet. Although at least Brimstone's able to burn Sutanri's flash. That's going to be beneficial to Double Do later in this lane. And
Double Do he forces lane opponent away. He's going to feast a minion for that early stack and get that cooldown back by the time he needs it. Kamina being zoned away. Oh, there's the Equinox Torment. It has to flash away.
He was just about to get rooted.
I mean, the fact that he was able to flash means that he wasn't going to get rooted because you can't flash while silenced. Oh, Shockwave used by Can't Kill a Knot. Oh, but here comes Deranged. The Shockwave's not available. Kamina's ready. He jumps forward with the Relentless Pursuit. He gets onto Torment, who no longer has the 90 caliber nor his flash. But there's the Mantra Shield. There's the Equinox going down. Deranged, gonna get rooted up, but not quite under her. Star Call comes out. Ace in the hole. Gonna be blocked by Kamina. Takes a lot of damage from that one. There's a lot of minions blocking the way. Iceman made the rotation down as well. Nobody dies. The range gonna get rooted by Brimstone. Powerball's not gonna be enough. He gets the build on a Peacemaker. Not enough.
Legit shoving in the mid lane. The members of Thunder Buddies very low on the bot side. They're lucky that they didn't lose any members, but looks like they might lose a dragon because of it.
Double Doe, just happy to see us under tower. He's not behind in any manner towards Sutanri. Rift Turtle is going to take away the Cloud Drake is the call. Legit, just going to flag and drag his way in. Anyway, my rant about Jarvan. I like the Tiamat into Cinderhulk into Black Cleaver Titanic Hydra. I like being tanky. I think the Warrior enchant will give you a nice spike in power, but I think that being tanky towards the late game is more valuable. And I think you do enough damage if you land your EQ with Tiamat anyway. And the Tiamat's gonna help your jungle clear, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So Double Doe gonna take some damage. He's gonna silence up Sutanru with the Vorpal Scream. Can't call it not running himself very low on mana, but he's got a 22 CS lead over Iceman already. Just gonna find him. Flash forward. Feast is not enough. Sutanri doesn't have mana for Chrono Break. Double Doe needs one more auto attack. Sutanri gonna have. No, Double Doe can't quite get it. The Rupture not gonna have the range.
Feels bad, man. Really chasing down Sutanri, almost gets the kill there, just doesn't quite have the cooldowns to finish off the kill. He might have been able to risk going under tower a little bit if that W was 1 or 2 seconds up from off cooldown.
Yeah.
Sutanri, so low on mana, really couldn't do much in response besides auto, but...
Alright, Derange just trying to clear out. He's actually got a pretty sizable lead in terms of CS over Legit.
You know, honestly, Double Doe's size and him standing in the front line might work against him later in the game. Iceman can pretty easily E twice onto the Cho'Gath without being in too much danger. And then that second E, if his teammates are anywhere near his gigantic model size, they'll have that E spread to them. Then his Q off of the Cho will spread to them as well for pretty huge damage.
Yeah.
So that might be something that works against them later in the game if Iceman is smart about reaching the backline through the Cho.
Brimstone and Tormented really aggressively pushing in. There's a Mantra Q onto the Dark Dud. A lot of damage. Star Call will hit, however, and Dark Dud able to regen quite a bit of that. Take a weird mastery page on Soraka as well, because there's that one mastery that gives you that increased percentage health regen, so that amplifies your Star Call, your natural health regen.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, I mean, I think Soraka hasn't been super popular lately, but with the buffs to Spirit Visage and all of those various items having bonuses to healing and shielding numbers, and, you know, Windspeaker's Blessing in general being a pretty powerful keystone, you know, I'm just surprised you don't see more, like a little bit more Soraka. You would think on paper, she'd be pretty strong with all those new items.
Oh, Brimstone face checks into a powerball, gets taunted up. The Equinox will prevent him from flashing away. That's that interaction we were just talking about. The targeted CC followed up by the Equinox from the Dark Dud.
Yeah, I mean that when you have some single target CC like that, something that'll hold someone there long enough for your Equinox to get the root off, or just at least silence them for a significant amount of time.
Kill a nut. It's down here in the bottom lane to help out Tormented. But that leaves that wave from Iceman crashing into the mid lane.
And Tormented to be out a little bit of CS. All in all, a pretty close game so far. Very slight gold lead in favor of Rift Turtles, and they do have a Cloud Dragon giving them a little bit of, you know, that hidden value. But I mean, it's a real close game. Neither team has really had what we talked about in the last two games. Any like just substantial little early leads that they could snowball into anything. They're both pretty equal so far, so we're gonna have to see how this game starts to pan out.
But Sutanri building towards that magic resist. Double Doe's not gonna be doing too much to him. just yet. Legit will be going for the Warrior Enchant. He builds a Chain Vest as a second item. It looks like it's going to be Warrior Enchant into tank for this Jarvan. And I mean, granted, being a tank for your team is always valuable. Oh, Double Doe is going to get stunned up by the, not quite by the Parallel Convergence. Going to just silence up Suitonri and back himself away. But, being a tank is always nice for your team, but Jarvan is a champion that a lot of people, you know, full AD, it's really quite devastating.
No, yeah.
Oh, legit's coming in. Suitonri has the Flag and Drag. It's not going to land, but Suitonri still has that Chrono Break available.
Yeah. Going full damage, Jarvan, you know, he gets off that armor shred with the Q, and then his passive auto damage and his Cataclysm, and you know, just the Q's damage in general. Yeah. And the attack speed buff lets him get off a few extra autos without really building any attack speed. He can get off a lot of damage very quickly and on multiple targets.
Sped up, throws the ball forward, zones away the Iceman. Double Doe comes out and just silences up Suitonri and lands the Rupture after the silence. Tormented actually getting jumped on by Kamina, the Blade of the Rune King active use. There's the Wish. Tormented having to flash away. Kamina looking for it. There's the Yordle Snap Trap coming around. Equinox not going to stun up Tormented, so... Oh, Deranged goes in 1v3
gets
with
the
that
pretty big Courage of the
Colossus Cataclysm comes in onto Deranged. He's taunted in place. Shockwave is going to knock him into the wall, but the route onto Brimstone. Iceman forces away the Rift Turtles.
Yeah, there's always that little interesting interaction where like a Janna ult or an Orianna ult or something, if they're standing against a wall, they just sort of RCC. They're just held still against the wall during the duration. They don't actually move because they can't. I think I already know the answer, but can Janna ult push people over walls?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, Brimstone just takes a lot of damage immediately from Kamina. Brimstone dies. Tormented comes around.
Tormented looks to be next.
Or a 90 caliber net comes out, but here's the other members of the Thunder Buddies. There's
Smite
the blue
comes down.
Smite and the Powerball. It's going to be a taunted and a dead AD carry. Teleport from Double Doe canceled, seeing that he's teleporting into the middle of 4 members of the Thunder Buddies.
Well, the very small gold lead we saw in favor of the Rift Turtles is now a very small gold lead in favor of the Thunder Buddies. But if they can get this turret and this Mountain Drake, that'll be a pretty significant swing for them.
Not going to be on this wave.
Oh, not quite yet. Nobody has gotten first Tower Blood yet, and it is 16 minutes into the game.
Oh, the range might be caught here. Powerball used. Gonna get the healing up from the Dark Dead.
Suitonri might try to get first Tower Blood in the top lane. Double Doe does not have teleport. There is no way for them to get there.
Finds Deranged. There's the Powerball, or the Frenzying Taunt. The ball comes out. He's knocked up. Equinox goes down. He's not able to be saved.
Suitonri might get first Tower Blood in the top lane. They're gonna need to get some kills or this mid tower. The mid tower is very low. They could try to push it to get that first Tower Blood.
Oh, it's going to be the Earth Dragon. They're conceding Tower First Blood in favor of getting a Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, that Mountain Drake could definitely pan out to be worthwhile in the long run, but that is going to be 350 gold, we think, over to...
In addition to, obviously, just Tower Gold.
Yeah, in addition to... That's on top of Tower Gold. They might, if they could pick up a turret response, they'll be 350 gold down from the trade.
Mm-hmm. So they do answer back the tower in the mid lane. So Mountain Drake.
Oh, they're going for the Herald now. If they can get this, then this whole series of events would be very worth it for them.
Yeah, they've got all 5 of their members here around the Rift Herald, and 3 members of the Thunder Buddies sitting around in base. So they're probably going to be able to secure this one.
This is going to break out into a team fight,
it looks like. He's trying to zone away Deranged with the ball. Powerball already used.
Those 3 members are trying to get here as fast as they can. Doesn't look like they're going to get here in time for the Rift Herald. But can they finish off any members? Nope. Looks like they're just going to give it up completely. Very worth trade for the Rift Turtles. They lose Tower First Blood, pick up a tower in response. That leaves them, 350 gold down on that trade. But then they also pick up a Herald and a Mountain Drake. So if they can get a tower with that Herald and just, deny the Thunder Buddies the Herald in general, that'll be significant.
Assuming that all of them recalling did not just mean that they lose this mid lane tower here.
That's true. If they can hold this, if they lose this, they're really going to have to get a lot off the Rift Herald.
Shockwave pulls in Suitonri, but he's got Chrono Break. Legit, Flag and Drag already used. The Rupture misses. Legit goes in with a Cataclysm onto 3 members, but there's the Wish. Keeps them all nice and healthy. Legit having to run away from his own one. Parallel Convergence stuns him up. Summoner Heal comes out from Tormented to keep him alive. Nobody's died yet.
Dang, these fights are pretty crazy. Soraka's doing her best to keep people alive, but the Rift Turtles are doing a good job of shifting who's in the fight and who's not, in and out as well. They have shields from Brimstone and can't kill a knot to mitigate a lot of this damage. It's just, the fights are close.
So Rift Herald is still available to be used by Legit. Parallel Convergence comes across. Can't kill a knot. Dodges away.
Alright, wave crashing into the bot and top towers. If these minions get cleared out by the towers, it's going to be significant potential gold lost out on by by the Thunder Buddies. Rift Herald goes down to the bot lane. Looks like they want to use it to finish off this tower. Legit's going to get a few autos off on it, but Sutanri's here to try and stop him. The tower's really low, but they're too afraid to get too close to it. So that's going to be one tower? Not quite a tower yet. I mean, that tower is so low that it's basically dead, but it's not yet, which is excellent. It denies that gold.
Sutanri does not have the Chrono Break available. The Equinox silences up Legit, who does not have his Cataclysm either. He actually has to flash himself away. Deranged is taunted up, tormented in the backside. Iceman freezes Legit in place with the Rune Prison. Sutanri has to back away, cannot go under tower with that root.
Tormented has to flash away. He was getting dangerously close of being in range of Common and Iceman, so he flashes. That's going to be a tower in favor of the Thunder Buddies. But in the top lane, Double Doe's picking up a tower that he got pretty low earlier in the game. So they saved that tower. That means Rift Herald gets nothing. I mean, it leaves the turret low. They got damage for it, but they don't get the tower off for it. Deranged is going to use that Ram Assault to help take that tower a bit faster and then go maybe counter jungle a little bit. No, he's just going to back.
Can't kill a nut. Doing his best. He's gotten about 30% of that tower in the mid lane off.
Yeah, we're seeing this. I mean, this is really good by both of these teams. They are doing so much objective trading. They're playing the objectives very well. As you get 5-3. There are not very many kills in this game for 20 minutes. And the Baron
this is just like immediately after it spawned. We're at 20 minutes and 28 seconds. Brimstone doesn't have the Ardent Sensor, so he's not amplifying them, but there's the Flag and Drag. The Demacian Standard is going to give him the attack speed, and this is gone! They have one Mountain Drake, and they just sneak the Baron away. They should have let Double Doe eat that.
They should have, you're right. Epic Monsters, I think, give him 2 stacks, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Maybe
did they take that back? No, they might have taken that back. They might have taken that back.
But at the very least, like, it's a stack that you can get that doesn't count towards your 6 stacks of minions.
That's true. You're right. Should let him eat it. Okay, water under the bridge. They do pick up a very early Baron, but despite getting all the gold that Baron gives you, they're even in gold.
Yeah.
So that's important. If they can get some substantial gold leads off this, that'll get them back in the game, because it seems like they were a little bit behind
Deranged with the Powerball.
5-3, low kill game, very objective based. 2 towers for each team, Baron, Herald, and 2 dragons all already dead. These objectives are going down basically as they spawn, and everyone's pressuring the towers. Caitlyn's in the bot lane trying to pressure the tower. They wanted to maybe get a fight in the mid lane, but they weren't able to get it because, like I said, these teams are so aware of what's going on the map. They're really focusing on the macro.
The Rift Turtles, 4 members in the mid lane with that Baron buff. Deranged actually going in with the Powerball. He's gonna get silenced up. Flag and Drag comes across. Rupture knocks him into the air. Deranged. Oh, good Cataclysm from Legit, but Kamina jumps away. Shockwave misses. Dark Dot is the focus, however. And we're frozen. The Brimstone will take him out with a Montague. Deranged now dangerously low. Will he get taken out? Can't kill him. Not picks up that kill. Now they've got 2 members dead and 5 members alive with the Baron buff, but no minion wave. Sutanri throws out the Parallel Convergence, ready to go in. Brimstone gonna get stunned up, as well as Double Doe. Flag and Drag knocks Sutanri into the air. He Chrono Breaks his way to safety. Iceman putting down the damage. Built over Peacemaker comes across. Monster Q ace in the whole Sutanri. No, goes through Kamina and Iceman. Threading the needle with that ace in the hole. Sutanri goes down, and the Rift Turtles take a tower. The Redemption coming across. Kamina not able to get the heal off. Double Doe goes and ruptures up Iceman. The Redemption from Brimstone now top of the Rift Turtles. They get the tower. Equinox goes down. Brimstone gonna root Kamina in place. Legit looking for the Flag and Drag. Powerball coming out from Deranged. He's slowed up by the Mantra Q. Double Doe ruptures him into the air. He gets the Courage of the Colossus Shield. There's the root coming out from Brimstone once again. He's rooted in place. The Flag and Drag misses, but it will go down. Can't kill it on a killing spree. They get the inhib, and Rift Turtles walk away happy with that trade.
Wow. The game was literally even in gold moments ago. Now we're seeing a 6K gold, 5K gold lead in favor of the Rift Turtles.
And the Drake is live. A second Cloud Drake to go with their first and their mountain. And the Rift Turtles are just taking everything. And you know, this is kind of the difficulty we saw with the Thunder Buddies team composition. Even with Can't Kill not whiffing Shockwave completely, they still had enough damage to burn through Soraka's shield or healing. They still had enough AoE to deal with Thunder Buddies. And I mean, Thunder Buddies, a lot of their damage is single target as well, so it's really just very difficult for them to melt through somebody. They do
that 6K gold lead becomes a 4K gold lead. The game is just going so back and forth.
But a lot of pressure in the mid lane due to that inhib being down. The Rift Turtles definitely need to start grouping up and moving towards those side lanes. Sutanri gonna find Brimstone in his own jungle. There's the root gonna land from Brimstone. Mantra Q comes out. Sutanri throws out the Time Winder. Rupture's gonna knock him into the air, except for the flash.
I mean, hey, burning every flash burned is pretty significant.
Yep. Definitely.
Flashes can save a life and secure a kill. If you burn one now, you're preventing that happening.
Baron is down, but the Rift Turtles are happy to just try and siege up on this tower. They've got the Demacian standard attack speed, and now they've gotten it, and there's legit going in. He gets the Cataclysm, forces Kamina to jump away. Redemption comes down. Double Doe is silencing up Sutanri. Good rupture after the fact. Chrono Break comes out. The Wish as well. Derange coming across the side. He gets onto Can't Kill a Nut. He doesn't have the taunt available. Piltover Peacemaker comes out, Double Doe getting melted down, Deranged is in the backline behind himself, but there's the good flag and drag for legit! Shockwave doesn't catch too many members of the Thunder Buddies, but Double Doe will be the first to fall. Iceman melts him down, Sutanri gets into the back, he shuts down, Can't Kill a Nut. Legit is now the focus, Brimstone taking a lot of damage, and Kamina needs one more auto, but it will not matter, he gets the one onto Tormented. Ooh. Brimstone will go down, Kamina gets a kill, Brimstone now dead. It will be a triple kill over to Kamina.
Now that last kill there, if you're wondering why she ran that way, kind of off screen, Iceman ulted to cut her off. She last second tried to cut back into the jungle and gets caught by the, the remainder of the chasing team. There are no big objectives to be taken, but that is some more gold in their pockets. The lead that was, it was dead even, all of a sudden to a 6K advantage for the Rift Turtles, and now we're back to a 1K gold advantage. That's like 1.5.
1.7?
Wait.
1 point.
It's fluctuating. Okay, somewhere between 1 and 2K gold lead for the Rift Turtles. So the Thunder Buddies have been doing a great job of trying to minimize that during the Baron buff of the Rift Turtles too.
Yep. I mean, they just aced the Rift Turtles. They're only down the mid inhib and they just aced them. So this game still anyone's game.
Yeah, it seemed like Kamina was playing that fight there pretty well. The Dark Dead also playing that fight pretty well. The bot lane of Thunder Buddies coming in real strong during that. Deranged was frontlining for as long as he possibly could and eventually still gets out alive, primarily because of the Dark Dead. So that healing's been coming in clutch for them.
Yeah. Additionally, missed Shockwave from Can't Kill a Nut. Legit burned his Cataclysm very early on in that fight onto only one member. Oh, but Kamina might be a little bit caught here. Tormented, autoing with that red buff. He's really starting to hurt. I'm really curious as to why he's gone for the Runon's Hurricane again. Just because that changed interaction with Caitlyn headshot passive.
People were still talking about how Caitlyn's actually still pretty decent with it, because if you're going just like mostly AD outside of the Runans, those AoE procs can still hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's just not as good as before, that's for sure, because she could stack those headshots so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, like before, wait a second, Flag and Drag comes out from legit. He's not going to commit the Cataclysm, I don't think. Deranged turns around, turns back. He's going to just hop around. Ooh, good ball placement. Zones away the Iceman and Deranged. Yeah, before with Runons, Runons would actually, if you're hitting multiple targets, you are actually amplifying your single target damage more than you did with Static Shift Rapid Fire, because you got headshots so much faster.
Yeah.
But
That's why they eliminated that. But people, you still can take Runeans on her as the premier AoE damage item.
Torment, Rift Turtle starting up this Baron. They've got to deal with that minion wave in the top side. The inhib has respawned in the mid lane for the Thunder Buddies.
There are 4 members coming here.
Ooh,
Tormented might be
caught!
stuck.
He's out of position! He was the last one into the Baron pit. He goes in with the Cataclysm. He's double killed. Deranged picks up a double. The ball coming around. Shockwave pulls away the Thunder Buddies, but now they can turn onto the Baron. They've got a really good Baron taking team with a Blade of the Rune King on Lucian and a Rise. Dumbledore, however, does have the superior smite with the Feast if he can get into the pit with that Blast Cone. The ball goes in. Sutanri gonna use the Equinox used, but Dumbledore is still able to get in. He flashes in for the Feast, and he steals it! Dumbledore gets the Baron for the Rift Turtles. Now Deranged is in trouble. He powerballs in. Dumbledore will be going down.
And that's exactly what you said would happen, and exactly what happened in the last game. They had, even though they had vision, they weren't really prepared enough. A lot of teams that, you know, outside of the pros, don't very well stop damage on objectives and don't very well, you know, eliminate threats before they become threats.
Yeah.
And
you had to know that that was a threat. They
Double Dose Feast does more true damage than Smite
Yep.
at this point of the game, and that's...
I mean, because he has Rod of Ages, it will always do more damage than Smite.
Okay.
Actually, it'll always do more damage than Smite.
Yeah.
Because it has
No matter
1,000 on minions, and then any health you get, any AP you get, will add to that.
Okay,
So.
yeah. So it will pretty much always out-damage Smite. So seeing a Cho'Gath sitting there with a Blast Cone, I might add, he did flash.
Okay, no, I don't think the Thunder Buddies had vision over the side of the Baron wall.
They did. They
did?
put a ward down.
Okay. Well, the Rift Turtles will secure an Infernal Drake for themselves with their 4th Dragon of the game. Flag and drag out. Oh, Shockwave catches 3 members of the Thunder Buddy. Coming up very low. Cataclysm goes down to the Iceman. Sutanri. Chrono breaks his way to safety. Double
Whoa,
low. Come
not
across
quite
the
in
side.
safety. He's still in the terminal.
He's dead. And can't kill or not. Picks up the kill.
Sutanri's getting chased down in the back.
Deranged is now running for his life. Brimstone gonna have the root here pretty soon. Mantra Q goes out. There's the root. Deranged is gonna go down. He's defensive ball curl goes down. And he's dead. It's the 2 kills for the Rift Turtles after that Baron steal as well. The Redemption gonna top him off in preparation for the siege onto the inhib. It's probably not even gonna be a siege. They'll just focus it down. Oh, Sutanri, why are you still here? He's gonna flash forward. The Rupture will knock him into the air and legit will auto him. Double no actually gets it with a horrible scream. Alright, that's the inhib down. They've got a minion wave and Baron buff. The calling not going to be able to even clear out those first 2 minions. Equinox goes down. Rift Turtles focusing down the first Nexus Tower. The second one will be the next to fall. And it looks like the Rift Turtles with the upset. Good Rupture onto 2 members, but Rift Turtles just focusing the Nexus. It will be the game, and your number 3 seed will go to finals.
Yeah, that game was really back and forth. Rift Turtles took a huge lead when they got that early little Baron, and Thunder Buddies made a really noble effort to climb back in there. But after they had that successful kill and chased the Rift Turtles away, they didn't respect the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath had a Blast Cone. They had vision of the Cho'Gath.
Actually, but in the end, he flashed.
I know he flashed, but I'm saying he had a Blast Cone, and they knew he was standing over there with a Blast Cone. Even without, I mean, he flashed just because it would be a little bit quicker, and he could get in there and ult right when he wanted, which is fair. But like, you see the Cho'Gath Blast Cone, you gotta see that coming. You need to stop the Baron. You need to stop damage before it's in Cho'Gath's ult range, so you can maybe kill him and then turn back to the Baron or something.
You gotta make the call to, like, at the very least, if you can't do anything about it, say, okay, we're gonna burst it at this time so that we can, like, maybe
get it faster than him. Yeah.
But in the end, the Rift Turtles, number 3 seed, will upset the number 2 seed Thunder Buddies for life and go on to play in the finals. So that will be the first semifinal match. We'll get into the second one between.
We'll
the
try to
Trill
be getting
Boys.
into it pretty quickly.
We'll get into the second one between the Trill Boys and Taste Like Purple here pretty soon. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in just a few.
But
Bye.